up, Slayers? Let's go. Hey, it is the end, nearly the end of 2023, and sorry if I just busted out your earbuds, and we're coming to a wrap. 2023, Slay Nation. Great to see everybody. Hey, I know this is an odd time. We haven't done a Slay Station in a while. One, right? Super busy. Two, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, just grant StreamYard permission, or every time you comment, just leave your name so we could see. We got Facebook in the house. Ryan Nye's watching. What's up, Ryan? Talking to my boy yesterday. Go check out Ryan Nye Fishing. Right, we got some people chiming in. What's up, fellas? What's up, Frank? We don't know who you are. If you can, just grant StreamYard permission to chime in, so we get to see who it is, right? Because it could be somebody we know, but we don't even know who it is, because all it does is say Facebook user on our end. If you're on YouTube, please go to our YouTube page, subscribe, all that stuff. Like, share, comment, whatever. And again, this is a weird time for us to do this. Later on, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'll be doing some stuff Friday night. And so you can go back, watch a replay, and we'll share it. We just shared it on all of our Facebook groups. So there it is. About Ben. Oh, Ben Pisarik Jr., what's up, baby? Ronnie B in the house. Oh, okay. Some Slay Nation directors here. But hey, listen, I had a few guests lined up, but of course, right, it's a tough time to get on. Most people are working. If you don't know, I'm a phys ed teacher. I'm on winter break. I did a winter break camp the first 3 days of the week. Now I'm officially on winter break, and I need it. And so let's get my boy, Jake, the Sledgehammer STEM, on here. This guy's always ready to go.
What's
up,
going
Jake?
on, guys? What's happening?
What's up, Slaya? How we doing?
Dude, another day.
All right.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be back on Slay Station. I'm excited for the 2024 season. It is going to be a good one.
Yes, it is. 2024 is shaping up. I'm really excited for 2024. Really excited. I'm excited to get 2023 done with and move on to 2024. We had a lot of really good things happen in 2023 that shaped us up for a good 2024, a sixth season of Slay Nation. I'm really excited
really
for that.
6 already?
It's going to be
That is
6.
crazy.
Yes, it feels like we started yesterday. Personally, I feel like we're still the new kid on the block when it comes to the tournament scene. We're slowly keeping growth, right? We're slowly spreading our wings out across the country, getting the new Slayers, getting the new companies, things like that. But I'm really excited for next year. We have some new states on board that we've never been able to tap into yet. I'm excited to talk about that. But Jake, why don't you just introduce yourself real quick for anybody watching that doesn't know who you are?
Alrighty, guys. I'm Jake Stam. As you see, I'm the college director. I've been with Slay Nation. I think this is going on season 4.
Yeah,
I think that I fished with. I was the PA kayak director 2 years ago, and then handed that off to TJ Slayer, who's awesome dude. Took it over, is killing it, and then I took over I started the college series last year. So for pretty much for the Northeast region, and anyone in college can fish tournaments. And we traveled around the Northeast, and we had an awesome season last year, and we're looking forward to another great season next year. And yeah, just a tournament head as everyone else, and just love traveling, fishing all over, and love the kayak scene. I'm a big kayak guy.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go, man. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to cover a few topics today in our discussion, right? We're going to talk about, one, what states and series will we be offering, and where will we be for 2024. We're also going to go over our membership, right? A lot of people, if you notice, if you go on the website, we have a basic and a premium now, right? We're going to talk about the differences in both and what's included in each and what extra additions you get in the premium. We're also going to talk about the Ike Foundation kayak raffle. So if you're into supporting getting youth fishing, scholarships, etc., and just supporting a great foundation, we're going to talk more about that and how you can get involved, right? And Jake will help out with that as well. We're going to talk about, will forward-facing sonar be allowed in Slay Nation for 2024? It's a hot topic, Jacob.
That it is. That it is.
Like, okay, we're also going to talk about New Year's resolutions because everybody has them and everybody doesn't follow them. So we're going to talk about ones you and I have and that we're going to try to stick with. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're going to be either personal or fishing related, whatever you have. We'll share both. And then lastly, we're going to talk about podcasts. What podcasts are out there for y'all to listen to, right? If you are a kayak angler, right, you don't want to just listen to kayak podcasts. There's so much going on in the fishing industry, tournament industry specifically. It's a lot of fun to listen to. There's a lot going on. I guarantee you have more than one podcast that you listen to because there's a lot of fun stuff. And we'll get into that later. But to kick off, Taylor, what's up, buddy?
We got the smack talker Brett in here.
Oh, Brett
Someone said Old Town in the house. I already got the shirt on.
There
Shout
we
out to
go.
Old Town.
Old Town in the house. That's right.
Yes,
I don't
sir.
have any Old Town. I don't know. Slay Nation. All right. So here's what we're going to do. Let's talk about where we're going to be for 2024 and what series we'll be offering. So I'm going to share. I got a graphic here, folks. Here's what I will say. It'll be one of our largest years we've had yet. I think right now, as part of our Slay team, but if you ever hear us post anything or talk about our Slay team, that is our team of directors, which any tournament organization would not exist if there wasn't a director. Clubs wouldn't exist if there wasn't a director. We wouldn't have tournaments, right? So thank you to Ray Scott, right? Forrest L. Wood and all the greats before us that brought tournament fishing to the forefront. But we're going to talk about where we're going to be, what series we're offering, because we do have some changes in some of our series, minor changes that we're just kind of tweaking to see what works, what hasn't, and go from there to bring people the best product we can. So let me just share this graphic. It's going to be basically the states that we're in right now for 2024. We're still taking inquiries for directors. So if you are interested in becoming a director, you do not have to be experienced. That's our job to help you out. There should be a championship where you bring top 5 or top 10 from all the state tournaments for a big. Yeah, that would be a goal. That's a goal. That's a hefty goal because then it's travel and people have to have the time off and this and that. But that has always been a goal that I've had personally to offer is like a national championship. So yes, well, let's see here. Let's get a graphic up here and we're going to talk about. All right, Jake, you can see that?
Yes, sir.
All right, so here we go. First off,
wow,
got to thank Slay Ray. So on the top left, right, like probably late summer, early fall, I started messing around. Every year we come up with a different Slay Nation logo for all of our jerseys. The top left there, that's for 2024. It's probably one of my favorite ones. And Slay Ray helped just really vectorize it and make it nice and clean. Because I do it on my phone off some other software, but he actually pretties it up and makes it look better. Fred Wilson here, all the best. Freddie Wilson, what's up, buddy? Best jig tire to Northeast, man. So shout out to Slay Ray, right?
yes,
and that will be on the front of all your jerseys next year.
That came out sick. I love that.
I love it too. And if you look closely, y'all, this is a tiny image, you could see there's kayak and boat anglers there in the little silhouettes in there. All right, so let's start off with the top here. HP. So that is we have rebranded our horsepower series, and we're going to go over this after we go over where we are with our sponsors or current sponsors, and is the Dark Horse Power Series. And I'll talk to you why we've named it Dark Horse Power Series. But right now we have 2 clubs in Connecticut. You're going to see a Connecticut 250 Max. That's your big glitter boats, right? Your biggest outboard you can get. But you also, for anybody with a little bit smaller boat or smaller engine, we now have a Connecticut 75 horsepower and lower, right? So that's a little bit smaller boat, a little bit smaller outboard, right? Or much smaller than 250. But also, if you fish a small vessel, event, you could participate in that if you like. And the difference between these two is the 250 Max, that is going to be a live weigh-in. We're going to have 2 live weigh-in horsepower series that are going to experiment with that. One in Connecticut, and then if you look further down in California, right, there'll be our 2 live weigh-in series. So we're going to see how that goes, right? The Connecticut 75 and lower is still going to do catch photo release, right? A lot of those guys are used to it, so that'll be really cool. And then right here, second under the 250 max is Michigan. They're back on board. They've been with us for 3-4 years, so they do catch photo release. Michigan, it's a really tight knit crew up there. Jeff May, our director, does a phenomenal job, and we're really excited to have them back on board. Killer logo, thank you, brother or sister. I'm not sure who it is. It just says Facebook user. All right, so that's our horsepower series. Okay, let's get to the kayak series. Here we are. We're gonna be in Maine, New York. All right, upstate New York and PA. We'll get to that. They got a nice little Civil War thing they've been doing. Been an annual thing. It's awesome, and we'll talk more about that. Jake has participated in that. We got New Hampshire, our first ever New Hampshire kayak series.
Nice.
We have been in New Hampshire for 4 years with a small vessel series, but we now will have a kayak series, and I'm really excited for that. Connecticut, we're back in action. We brought back our West kayak division, and we will continue with our East kayak division. So Connecticut kayak anglers will be able to participate in our first ever Connecticut kayak state championship. Right,
Nice. That's
best of the
exciting.
West and the beasts from the East, they're going to collide. So I'm really excited for that. We got Pennsylvania back on board, one of our longest lasting states that have been with Slay Nation from the start.
Shout out to Michael Goslin in the chat, the original PA kayak director.
That's right,
Shout out
Ghazi.
to Goslin, who
That's
started it all
right.
here.
There he is, baby. Great guy, right? Another PA Slayer. We need a GA kayak series. Yeah, hey, we need a director. You get us a director, we'll get a GA kayak series. I'm totally down for that. What else here? What do we say? Oh, we got Minnesota, right? Minnesota's back on board, right?
Nice.
Erikovsky's got one of the sickest setups too. And we're excited to have them back on. And they're not too far from Omnia Fishing, which we'll talk about in a minute. And then the college kayak series. That's Jake Stem's baby. Last year was our first year dabbling with that. We didn't get the big numbers we want, but in the college kayak scene, it wasn't too bad compared to what's already been out there, right?
Yeah.
That is a market we are trying to tap into because we feel like it hasn't been tapped enough, right? And we are about to tap that ass, okay? Moving forward. So last year, Jake, why don't you talk about that real quick, what we did last year?
All right, so last year was the first year of the college kayak series, and when I was in college, I formed a team at Kutztown University, which is funny because I'm now the coach and help out. If you guys have seen some pictures from that, it's me taking photos from the kayak and stuff. And I pretty much similar it to the Northeast Bass Boat Series. So they no longer do like a Northeast division for big boats for the college guys. They got to travel down 15 hours, and it's just not time-wise, being in college and everything, it's not worth it. So I said, you know what, let's do a college series. So we did 3 events and then a championship. So we did like one a month, and we started out with Smith Mountain Lake, Virginia, headed down south, and then we did Cayuga next. Good old Lake Cayuga. 7-pounder was caught in a paddle kayak on a Senko. Yeah, giant. And then we did the Susky, and then we ended up doing the championship on the Susky. So we had Ewing Minor. If you guys are in the kayak world, you know Ewing. He came to fish. Another kid, another buddy of his from Carson Newman fished it, the Susky event, and it was honestly an awesome year for it. And I'm excited. We're starting to work on the series right now, but kind of the same setup, and it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. It's easier on college kids to get a kayak and get into this. I know a lot of them want to chase Bassmaster, get to the Classic, get to the Elites. And if you got the college that supports you like that, like Auburn and some of these other colleges, 100% do that. But and the thing is, you don't even have to have a team. We have a kid, Jake, from Maryland. He found out through a podcast I was on and joined. He didn't have a team. He was just in college, had a kayak, wanted to fish, and now he's a really good friend of all of ours. And he's excited for next year. So you don't have to have a team. You just have the kayak, be in college, be less than 28 years old. I think we had 27 and under.
And
you
that
can
was
come
because of
fish to
military.
college.
If kids went into military, yeah.
Yeah. So it's really, really cool. And I'm excited for next year. And I'm excited to where we're going next year. So
Hell yeah. Awesome, brother. And we appreciate you for running that. All right. And now our last, now we're going over our live event series first, right? These are all clubs that you join, you show up at, right? You actually have a club. Is the SVS, and that stands for our small vessel series. That is the bread and butter of Slay Nation. That's how all of this started, was with a small vessel series that I directed here in Connecticut, and I went from there. So right now we have, it's so small I can't even see it, guys. I'm getting like blind, dude. Northern New Hampshire, we have two small vessel series in New Hampshire, a northern and a southern, right? Really excited to have that. We're in Vermont for the first time ever, small vessel series in Vermont. They're going to be doing some cool stuff together. Who the hell? Oh, Massachusetts, of course. Connecticut, of course. Those are my boys. It's our first time in Long Island. Who
yeah,
the hell
that's
thought there
cool.
were bass in Long Island? That's the first thing I said to Jim, the director. I said, dude, I said, are there even largemouth bass in Long Island, bro? You're surrounded by salt water, so it's funny. And my new slogan for Long Island is, hey, there's only two things in Long Island: fishing rods and super sides. You know what I mean? So shout out to our Long Island meatballs. We're really excited for that. It's a cool story. I'll get Jim on one time, how he found out about Slay Nation. He was actually at my Angler of the Year championship event on Squance Pond. And that's how he was like, what the hell is this? This is awesome. That's how that
He heard you
started.
through the microphone screaming across the lake. Woo!
Yeah,
So you need to come
probably.
check it
He
out.
probably
Yeah,
did, dude.
yeah.
All right, I got a story to tell about that because I've never seen this many fishing rods laying across the deck of a john boat. When I tell you, and I'm not even exaggerating, I think I took a picture of it. It was like five in the morning. I'm walking by his john boat or his buddy's john boat, and I didn't even know who the guy was. I'm like, yo, is this your boat? He's like, it's my buddy's. And I started dying laughing. Jake, I swear to God, there must have been 40 rods rigged up, just lined four. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I've seen 10 or 12. I've
Yeah.
seen that, but not like four, dude, in a different lure on every single one. It was
Hey,
ridiculous.
doesn't like to retie. I respect it.
Oh my God. Well, that's what he said. He's like, yeah, he doesn't like to retie. I was like, Jesus Christ. So we got Alabama for the first time ever.
Hey,
Excuse me. Alabama, we're excited for that. Back in GA, of course, another one of our longest lasting trails in Georgia, right? We are, what the hell does that say?
and then
Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Florida,
mhm.
Oklahoma, and New Jersey, right? So it's so tiny, I can't even see what the hell I wrote. So there you go. That's our small vessel series. We also have our Lady Slayers online series, which it's our fourth year offering that. Um, we've done some modifications every year to kind of like really based off feedback, but everybody has opinions. It's impossible to fit them all. But what we did for the Lady Slayers is we separated the country into two divisions. All right, a northern division and a southern division, and they're going to have three separate series. You'll have a kayak series, bank series, and a boat series, which we've always done that. But if you're a kayaker and you live in Connecticut, you sign up for the Lady Slayer Kayak Series Northern Division, right? So now you're competing against other ladies in the Northern Division. And same thing, vice versa for the South. So we're excited for that. And Cheryl Bentley, our Lady Slayer online director. And then we have, which is getting some really good momentum, is our national online team slot series. So Alvin Paleani, our director for that, it's something he's always done with Gray Goat Lures and the American Angler Outdoors, which everybody go check that out. You can get your own fishing channel going. It's really cool. Roku, all that stuff. He has a slot series, right? It was a solo slot series last year. We had about 40 participants in that. And basically, your best five fish on the day you pick that tournament weekend, right? So if the tournament weekend was May 5th and 6th, that's a Saturday, Sunday. You choose which of those days you're going to compete on. All right, I'm choosing May 5th, Saturday, okay? And last year, it was your best five fish, four fish up to 18 inches, one over 18 inches. And that slot limit made it really level playing field for people across the country to compete against each other. And you can compete in whatever you can, a bank, off the bank, kayak, boat, whatever you got. Doesn't matter. Well, he flipped that, and now it's a team series, which is really cool. So you can partner. If you have a homeboy that lives in California and you're in Connecticut, you can team up. right? In the same format, you decide which day you both can fish. Instead of your best 5 for the team, it's your best 10. It's your best
Wow.
10. So like I'm responsible for my 5. He's responsible for his 5. If I don't catch 5, then I don't submit 5. Obviously, I submit whatever I do. But it's the same best 4 up to 18 and 1 over that. So really cool. I'm excited for
Dang.
that. They got some good memberships already in that series. So those are your offerings for 2024. And if you look under here, we have a basic and premium membership. Basic membership means you're just looking to fish one club. Let's just say you live in Pennsylvania, you're fishing the kayak series there. That's all you're doing. Basic membership. And you get your sleigh shirt, all the discount codes, decals. We're bringing back the reusable identification cards. You can fish other sleigh trails like one or two times, right? But you can't fish another trail full time with a basic membership, right? Last year you had to pay 2 full memberships to fish 2 full-time series, but this year or next year we've added premium, which is only $80 instead of $120. So premium membership, you get all the other stuff that you see listed below here, your sleigh shirt, decals, codes, all that stuff. But you also get a 15% off discount code to our Slay Nation apparel site, right? Slay Nation tournamentfishinggear.com. You can get shirts like this, stuff like that. You get exclusive first look at anything new we put up, first dibs on it with a discount. Okay. And we're also doing monthly raffles. So starting January, any member that's currently on that premium list is going to get entered to win a bait. And I'm raffling off like some good baits, some swim baits, some custom made stuff, whatever it might be, right? And one winner will win each month. And we're going to do that for the whole tournament season. So just another extra added thing to have some fun. So you choose what works best. Premium, a lot of people are taking advantage of it. For example, if they fish Connecticut Small Vessel Series, and they're also going to fish a Connecticut Kayak Series, they're choosing premium. Maybe you want to choose Pennsylvania Kayak and do the online team slot series. Choose premium, right? So there you go. What's up, y'all? Can't wait. Let's go, baby. Thomas Two-Till and a hizzy. So Jake, that's that. Again, y'all, go check out SlayNationTournamentFishing.com for more information. I think we have to get our liability waiver. There was like a technical issue with someone trying to sign it last night, so I got to reach out to my buddy G Rock to help fix that. So
Good
that's
old G
that.
Rock.
Old G
Old
Rock.
G Rock.
That's right. I give he goes on and he helps with the whole
I'm excited for that team series. I'm gonna have to hit up. I might hit up Justin Query, the New York director.
You should,
See
dude. It's
if he wants
awesome.
to team up.
Think how fun that would be.
Yeah.
So
that's one thing we didn't talk about much was the Civil War. I do want to backtrack.
oh yeah. That's right.
So if you guys didn't already know, for the kayak series PA New York, going back 2 years now, we decided, I was the director at the time, Justin, who is the director still at New York, wanted to do like a little Civil War action. And I know you're thinking about doing it with the CT 2 kayak and the 2 kayak trails in Connecticut to do a state championship. We called it the Civil War. So the past 2 years we did Cayuga Lake. If you guys have not fished Cayuga Lake, it's a finger lake in upstate New York, and it is amazing. Springtime, it is just unreal the amount of fish you catch. And so we did Civil War. We did PA versus New York. The tournament itself, everyone is fishing against each other, but we also give plaques to the top 5 depending on who wins. So we take the top 5 New York guys, top 5 PA guys, add their total inches, and whoever wins, each guy gets a plaque and bragging rights for the year. So the past 2 years, unfortunately, New York has won. But this coming year, we are bringing it down to Pennsylvania, and we are hitting the Susquehanna River. So it is going to be crazy. Ooh. And both events, we've had, I believe, over 50 anglers, and it's just an awesome time. And I know the one person commented about doing, a little semi-championship, 5 trails or states. So it's kind of on the smaller scale of that. But doing the Civil War is just a ton of fun. You get to meet a ton of new slayers from the different states and just hang out and have an awesome award ceremony, crash a drone. The guys that were there, I crashed my drone the one year. Nice, so that was funny. But, the Civil War is really fun, and I'm really excited for that this year.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for that too. You guys always do a good job with that. All right. So here's real quick, right? I'm going to get into the early bird registration raffle we got going on, which we're probably going to extend that. And I'm going to show you a few items that are going to be part of that. And the winner gets all of this stuff, by the way. But first, hey, who's our title sponsors for 2024, right? And you can't really see them the way our images are laid out right now. And I don't think I could change it. No,
Oh,
no, definitely
zoomed
don't
in
want
too
that.
much.
We definitely don't want that. That's too much schnoz for the screen. Okay. So we have Z Pro back on board, right? Z Pro lithium batteries,
No.
right? They're back with us. We also have Dark Horse Tackle. For anybody that doesn't know who Dark Horse Tackle is, go check them out. They do a subscription box, right? American made products. Okay. Small business, small batch stuff. Really great. Josh and Zach, cool dudes. We're really excited to be working with them for 2024. So go check out Dark Horse Tackle.
Yeah, they do a really good job.
Hell yeah. We also have, right, a Connecticut and veteran owned business, Martin's Custom Baits. I'm telling y'all right now, these are some of the most, like the quality, and I have some I'm going to show. The quality on these spinner baits, these jigs, underspins, bladed jigs, I'm telling you, like the best. The
Dude,
guys up
Brian
here
Nye
love
kicks
them.
my butt, and I need to start buying some of them
Dude,
because
they're awesome. I'm telling you guys right now, Martin's Custom Baits is like the hottest new stuff. He also sponsors Bassmaster Elite Pro Jonathan Kelly, who's fishing the elites again, qualified again next year. Young kid out of PA.
yep,
So
Scranton
we'll be
area, I believe.
yes,
He's
yeah.
not far from me.
Yep, good kid. So we'll be representing that. And then SFO Tackle, right? Sport Fishing Outlet Tackle out of New Jersey has hopped on as a title sponsor too. So we will have four exciting title sponsors to be working with, and we hope that
Nice.
everybody helps support. Remember, every Slay Nation member gets discounts. We got some really good discounts to all of these great brands that have some have some big names in the industry. And then underneath Jake and I, we have our presenting sponsors, right? Back with us, X Zone Lures, phenomenal company. Jim, the owner, and his son Zach, just great. They're phenomenal to work with. We support each other a lot, and I'm really excited to have them back on board. And you guys know it, baby. Heat your meat. Some of
Yes,
the
sir.
best, right? Mark Serrano. Listen, I've listened to other podcasts. They start talking about Heat Your Meat. It all started with Slay Nation, baby. We got them
Hey,
into the
if
fishing
you
game.
like hot stuff, I know they hooked us up with a college series, and I gave some away, and these kids tried it, and they were sweating. So if you like that heat, he's got it, and he's
Yes,
got some really good stuff.
they have plenty of different options. So the original Andy's Famous, which won top 3 in the International Flavor Awards. That it's heat, but it's also really good flavors. But my favorite is the green tab. It's the mild. Put that in absolutely everything. SPG, right? Salt, pepper, garlic. Another great one. He's got rubs, recipes, you name it. Go check out heatyourmeat.net. Another veteran owned organization. You can use our code SLAYIN10, save yourself some money. Stoneman and Sons Lure Company. I'm really excited to work with Pete. He's out of Vermont and he does custom work, custom airbrush, everything, crankbaits, swim baits, you name it, like phenomenal stuff, guys. I think he started getting into like doing jigs and spinner baits as well. But I reached out to him because I love his custom stuff. And I think everybody likes having some custom artwork done wherever they live. So we've teamed up with him. Really excited. I think you guys are going to love his stuff. And he's not like crazy priced, right? That's one of my favorite things about working with some small businesses. So I'm really excited about that. Jack Tibbins in the house. What up, Jackie
What's up,
boy?
Jack?
Martin's look hot. They do. Rod Glove, right? I'm really excited to work with Rod Glove. They've actually are the bigger company of the X Zone, right? The same owners. Rod Glove, listen, they got neoprene, they got the regular rod sleeve covers, reel covers, everything to protect your investments. We have a really gracious discount code with Rod Glove, so we hope all Slay Nation people take advantage of that. Hookset Hoodlums, baby. Rider Collide back in action. Another Connecticut-based company, also veteran, first responder owned. And we're really excited to be working with them. Great apparel that we just posted about their winter hats. They got a new sweatshirt out. Go check them out. Just a really good fishing culture, brand that they got going on. Really dope stuff. So go check out hooksathoodlums.com. Harmony Fishing has been with us since we've started. And that is the official hook of Slay Nation. I am telling y'all, get Harmony Fishing Company stuff. Their products are phenomenal. They're just as good as anything else on the market. Anything else, I've used it all. Sharpest shit ever. And they have awesome hooks. Like they have a toad prop hook, really cool. It's got a little prop on the front of the extra wide gap hook.
Mm-hmm.
Make your little top water toad look a little different. They got Tokyo rig sets, like kits, so you can make your own stuff, add your own weights. Really cool products. All the hooks you need for your arsenal. Go check out harmonyfishing.com. And then another presenting sponsor is Omnia Fishing. All right. They are now hopping on, really helping us out as a presenting sponsor. We'll be giving out gift cards on a lot of our Slay Nation events
Nice.
that they provided with us. You're also going to get a discount on their Premium Pro app, right? Which is a new app they got
Hey, that
coming out.
thing's good. I mean, me personally, I work with Omnia, so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to toot my horn or anything like that or anything about Omnia, but just in general, before I even started working with them, Omnia is they're ahead of the times right now.
Yeah.
Their premium membership comes with like the wind direction, the
Oh, that's
stain
cool.
of the water of big lakes like that, especially if you're fishing like big, well-known lakes. The details for mapping and just research, and guys that travel for bigger kayak events like myself, Jack, Ryan, I, like all those guys. Like Omnia is legit. They have great products. I mean, the shipping's great. I still shop locally, but when I need something that my local shop doesn't have, Omnia is the way to go, and they got it.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, no doubt about that. They do ship really quick. Whatchamacallit? So those are our title and presenting sponsors currently. Might have one or two more to add, but I'll keep you guys posted within the next few weeks about that. But we do have an early bird registration. That's a way for us to really get an early registration push because, as you know, that's the lifeblood of Slay Nation, right? We don't have these gigantic sponsors like you see other people posting. We don't get thousands of dollars coming through here. And so this is a great way for us to renew our insurance, to start getting jerseys made, getting banners made, and everything, right, for the season. So here's what we're doing. If you register now, right now, we have it set. If you register with Slay Nation by January 1st, you get entered in this raffle. I'm going to push that because I know people are spending a lot of money with the holiday seasons. So wallets are tight. Believe me, I understand. If you got kids, family, whatever, doesn't matter. The economy is tough right now. Everything's spiking. All right. So we're going to extend it to probably February 1st to give people an extra month. And here's some of the things you're going to get. Now, this is my battery, but you will get a Z Pro battery. You're not going to get this one. It's used. But you're going to get a Z Pro 10 amp, 12 volt battery, right? I use mine for my electronics or my charging station on my John boat. You're going to get 15 products courtesy of Martin's Custom Baits. Okay. So all of these in here are a combination of their buzz baits, right?
Dang.
Okay, this is a green pumpkin one. And they're one of their newest products, the Knee Knocker, right? Helped designed by Jonathan Kelly, Bassmaster Pro Angler. This is chartreuse. So the Knee Knock, really cool products. Go check them out. This is another Silver Fox buzzbait. So all this stuff is going to be yours. There's jigs in here too, right? There's swim jigs, Silver Fox swim jig, right? There's white swim jigs, whatever. There's 15 products, black and blue, right? There's your craw, stuff like that. There's football jigs in here too. So there's 15 products that go to the winner from Martin's. Like honestly, that's probably almost $200 worth of baits right there alone, right? 200. Then we
That's
got
good.
rod gloves, 20 rod gloves, right? All
Dang.
going. So that's your complete set. Boom, done. You don't need to get any more rod gloves for the season, probably with 20 of these.
Unless you're that guy with that John boat with like 40 rods. Then
That's right. That's only half of him, right? But they're all the same color too. They're all orange and black, right? So I got it's a whole box in here. There's 20 of
Nice.
those. You'll get some decals, some large decals for your kayak, right, or your boat. Exxon. These are big ones. These are nice. And then there's also 20 bags of Exxon, right? 20 bags
There
of
you go.
Exxon. I got flipping baits, worms, Right, we got their Whiplash shads. Right, this is like a
Fluke
this is a
style.
shad color. Yeah, a bunch of good
Yeah.
stuff. Some Ned baits. Right. So 20 packs of that as well. 20 packs of rod gloves. Um, 15 packs of Martin's custom baits. Z Pro lithium battery. You're going to get a $50 gift card for our SFO tackle. You're also going to get a custom swim bait or glide bait from Stoneman and Son. You get to create your paint scheme. You're going to be on the phone or
Dang.
email Pete and say, "Hey, here's what I want, man." Right? And he's donating a 6 or 8 inch glide bait or swim bait, and you get to design it. Right? You get to
That's
design
sweet.
it with your paint scheme. That's awesome. And what else is in that prize pack? I forgot what else off the top of my head, but there's
You got
some
any
more stuff.
Harmony in there? Harmony hooks in there or no?
Harmony, yes, we're gonna hook it up with some Harmony
Yeah.
hooks as well. I'm gonna throw some of that stuff in there, and I got to reach out to a few other people. I got some heat
You got
people.
everything you need to just start fishing as soon as you get that.
I'm dead serious. There you go. You're done. The only thing we're missing is some weights. So that's all part of the early bird. We're going to push out to February 1st, right? So if you register
Nice.
by then, you get entered. You can still sign up after February 1st, of course. We'll also have a hard deadline with jerseys, right? If you register by May 1st, you get a jersey. So, because a lot of these colder states, like Minnesota, for example, they're like ice out till like forever, dude. And
I mean, hey, I love ice fishing, and I'm not happy with this winter weather because there's like
no,
no safe ice. We don't have ice. Minnesota doesn't really have safe ice. Like it's a weird warm winter, so
yeah,
I hope it gets cold.
it's gonna
Sorry.
be even on Christmas Eve here in Connecticut. It's gonna be like in the 50s.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's just crazy, dude. So that's our early bird registration raffle. So sign up today, SlayNation, tournamentfishing.com. Somebody had a quick question about Angler of the Year plaques, Slayer of the Year plaques, which we do at the end of every season. Those have not been made yet. The plaque that I wanted, the color of it was not in stock. So my plaque guy, we're waiting for him to come in stock. We want black, not like in the past. We've done like a cherry wood. I don't want to do cherry wood. We're looking for black. It just matches the logo that we had for 2023 better. So those will be out, and I got to order 45 of those. So just something else to add to our plate here, but those will be out. Oh, MC Welding. So if y'all don't know who MC Welding, that's Don. He's out of Texas. He does. If you ever seen posts like the Bass Nation kayak series, he does like the cutout metal plaques, like the metal trophies.
Really?
Right? Yeah, his stuff is awesome. I've gotten stuff from him before. He's made a Heat Your Meat big bass thing for a Connecticut guy. Really good stuff. So that's Don. So go check out MC Welding. If you seen one of my posts like 2-3 weeks ago, it was a bass hitch cover. It was a largemouth bass hitch cover.
Yeah.
That's who makes it. MC
Oh, that's
Welding makes all
sweet.
that. Yeah. So really
Nice.
good stuff. We like Don. All right, man. So that's those are our first few items. Now let's get into the Ike Foundation kayak giveaway. That's
Yes.
right. Jake, do you want to just take a quick minute, just tell people like what is the Ike Foundation in case they don't know?
All right, if you guys don't know, the Ike Foundation is a organization Mike Iaconelli created to help get kids fishing. So that's been going on, I want to say 7 years now. I actually was able to fish the very first Pro-Am with Cliff Crochet, Cajun Baby. That was a really cool experience. They do the Pro-Am tournaments every year. They do a kayak tournament every year, which I'm helping with, and secret. I can't say where next year, but the kayak tournament's gonna be legit. If the
Ooh.
location works out, it's gonna be crazy. So stay tuned for that, guys. But every year they do the scholarship dinner, which is an awesome dinner. Helps raise money to get. They give out scholarships to kids going into college that are that love the outdoors and stuff like that. And last year and this year they're doing a kayak raffle. So as you see there, $50 a ticket. You can either follow that link or just go on the Ike Foundation and search Hobie Kayak Raffle, and you can find it there. So they're winning. You're entering to win a 2023 Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak. Awesome for the rivers, guys, especially if you're a river, creek, shallow water fisherman. The Lynx, pretty sweet kayak for that. It's got the kick up fins, so you can deck them out still. And they're an awesome kayak. So So just a little bit of terms, conditions, U.S. residents only. The winner will be drawn live via Facebook at 10 p.m. on Friday, January 26th at the Ike Foundation Scholarship Dinner. So we'll be picking that winner live at that dinner, which is awesome. Shipping is not included. Just want to make sure everyone knows that. With your ticket purchase, the winner responsible for picking up the kayak at the closest Hobie dealer. So just want to let you guys know. Figure out where we'll figure out if you guys win, they'll figure out where the closest Hobie dealer is and then get you guys
Nice.
hooked up. So you can see the prize pack with it as well. It won't have any additional electronics or extras. Whatever you see there in that picture is what you get. And there's 400 tickets available. So very high chance of having a shot at that. As you see, Pro Guide battery, black pack, you got your crate, you got your tow cart, you got your net, you got your storage, you got some tackle there, some Berkeley stuff, you got rod holders.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you got everything you need. So awesome organization. If you guys didn't know about Ike Foundation, and yeah, enter to win. You have a really good shot at winning this kayak, and it's an awesome foundation, and all that money just goes to get kids fishing. You guys follow them on Facebook, Instagram, all the socials, and keep in mind with that. If you guys have a bass boat, they do a Pro-Am tournament every year, usually on the Upper Chesapeake Bay. It's going to be back at the Upper Bay next year. The date's already, I don't have the date off the top of my head. The date's already set, so you guys can still sign up for that too if you guys haven't. There's usually, I think last year there was over 120 boats, something like that.
Nice.
So really, really cool. In the kayak derby, they've been doing that for, I want to say 5 or 6 years as well. 2 years ago, the past couple of years, it was on Nakamixon. Last year, shout out to Mark Marini from PA, Slay Nation. He got third. He was wearing the Slay Nation jersey. So shout out to Mark getting a third place on Knock. And then 2 years ago, I believe Bailey Eichbrett won.
Yep.
Shout out to Bailey. And he smashed him on Nakamixon. And then I guess 3 years ago was me. I won it on Nakamixon. So
Sledgehammer stem.
So, yeah, awesome tournaments, awesome fundraising, awesome organization, and just a little sneak peek. It might be somewhere different for the kayak derby next year. It might be crazy, so I'm excited.
Let's go. All right, keep us tuned. Yeah, so folks, go check out the ikefoundation.org, and it's easy to find. It's right on the homepage to enter. So get involved. Pretty sweet giveaway there. All right, so let me get this out of here. All right, man. So we've covered a bunch of stuff already, right? All the Slay Nation responsibility stuff. Now, one of the hot topics that has been like all over the fishing industry, especially when it comes to tournament fishing, because if you're a tournament angler, you're just entrenched and that's all you think about. When it comes to fishing, it's like tournament fishing. It's like, it's hard to get out of that bubble. But forward-facing sonar, man. Like, guys.
What's funny is it's been around for how many years now?
It's been around forever. Or not forever, but
going on like 5 years now. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it had to do majority with the Elite Series and the other pro circuits watching it last year, since almost I think everyone has it now. But man, just people arguing about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gotten a little. It's like, all right, I enjoy listening to it because it's fun to watch, but will we be allowing it in 2024 in Slay Nation? And the answer is yes. We always have. So enjoy. If you can get it, get it.
And from a personal opinion, I have it. I have the Garmin Live Scope, the older 32 transducer, and people see that and they're like, the fish just bite. No, the amount of times that I have thrown at fish that just look at my bait and swim away is very frustrating. You can literally spin yourself out. You can look down at that screen and 8 hours go by in the blink of an eye and you are screwed in a derby. So, but then there's days like I went up to Lake George this year and I literally caught 40 to 50 bass a day. Almost every one I threw at 8. And it was absolutely phenomenal. So there's a time and place for it, but it doesn't always, you don't always just get it and it automatically works. Crappie fishing is a great way to learn it. That's how I learned it. I go crappie fishing a lot. I'm probably gonna go out tomorrow and scope some. So
Nice.
it's a really cool. It's just another tool in your arsenal.
Yeah.
Just like Hummingbird 360, all that stuff. There's a time and place for it, and you just got to know when the tournament you need to use it and when not to use it.
And also to practice with it so you can get better
Yes.
with it. That's the other thing. I've had some Slay Nation members. I had a kayak team this past season that one of them got forward facing sonar. He wished he didn't. He was like, my head was down. I wasn't fishing my styles. Like, I spent so much time looking at my screen and worried about trying to get a single fish to bite.
Yeah.
They actually did worse this year in their rankings.
Really.
And he's like, I wish I didn't get it. So I don't know if he's going to come back with it next year or not, or
Yeah.
if
I mean,
I
certain
see him.
lakes too, like certain lakes, like
Yeah.
PA, we have a lot of shallow grass lakes, and like there was a tournament we had on Brady's Lake this year, and I don't use it. You don't always use it to look at the fish either. So I was
Yeah.
fishing a tournament. It's shallow, it's grass, and I just used it and was scanning to pan it to find the hard grass line. So in this lake, they'll just be like 5 foot of nothing, and then boom, the grass will start. And I
Yeah.
just used that and then used it to find cover. It's a really good,
Yeah.
you can still use side scan stuff like that, but at least you can stand there or just stay in position and spin it, 360
Yeah,
and
that's
find
good.
the cover as well. So
That's a good point. I mean, it looks fun as hell. I would love to use it.
yeah.
Like, I think it'd be fun for fun fishing, like getting, actually seeing the fish come up and get your bait. I think that's cool. I don't have a desire to get it because I don't even know how to use the friggin' fish finder now, dude. It would drive me nuts. I'm like, no, I'm not looking at it. I can't. No. But yeah, so that's been a hot topic, and people have asked. I don't know. I was asked like, "Hey, will Slay Nation allow?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? It's another tool. Like, everybody can go get it." I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, you don't have to. I understand it could be expensive, but I look at some people's rigs and I'm like, dude, don't even tell me you don't have the money. I look at the rod you got. You got 10 St. Croix on your deck. Like, dude, those aren't cheap. That's $1,000 right there alone,
Yeah.
or more. So it's a part of fishing. Whatever you want to use it, use it. And that's a topic in all of the tournament industry, whether you're a big boat or kayak or John boat, doesn't matter. That's been a talk of the town. And then another talk of the town that's been more recent in the kayak world that happened this week was the Hobie BOS kayak series is allowing motors, which anybody watching, if you don't know, Hobie BOS is sponsored by Hobie Kayak, and they don't have motors on their kayaks. And it was a great way to promote their products. And now they are allowing motors, and it's like created this big stir, and and everybody's gonna have opinions. I get it, right? It's freedom of speech. That's cool. But
Just a correction, if you somehow did not hear about this already, they are allowing motors for 6 out of the 8. There are 2
yes,
events
there's
they
two
don't
they're
allow
not.
motors. Just to
Yeah.
clarify, I forget. One's down in North Carolina, I believe, and I don't remember the other lake. But I'll be
Okay.
fishing the Cayuga one, and they will be allowing motors. So
Why? So do you know why they wouldn't allow motors in two? Is there a specific regulation, or why wouldn't they
the
allow
one
motors?
situation for like the North Carolina, there's a very big club down there that gets a lot of tournament anglers. Like they get 100+ anglers every event, and they don't allow motors. And
Yeah.
usually they like to partner with local clubs. So I think Hobie was worried that if they allowed motors, that the club they wouldn't double dip. The anglers in that club wouldn't double dip. So I'd seen that tournament director wrote in a post that he told them not to do that, but that's what they decided to do. So it was just Hobie's decision at the end of the day. And, I don't really think it matters, me personally. I think the same people that catch him with a motor, they practice with the motor, but they don't use it in the Hobie. They're still going to catch him. I mean, I see how it is, but like, I have a buddy, Tom, he still fishes with Slay. He's 70 something, and he loves to fish tournaments and stuff like that. But I feel bad for him, those guys that are up there in age that still want to get out there and compete and have fun and just hang out. Like, it's tough for them to try to pedal around, especially on a big body of water. So
100%.
I think it's just, something new, and it was coming. It was going to happen eventually. So I think people will finally calm down after the year starts.
Yeah. It is what I mean. I get it. Hobie's allowing it, but everybody's been using a motor on their kayak for forever. So, all right. Well, good luck to everybody out there fishing that. And hey, let's see here. We're approaching the hour mark. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're supposed to be working. Let's get into the end of the year. resolutions, man. Right? Everybody, it's like this is when gym memberships go up. Everybody wants says that's like probably the number one for many people is like getting healthy and getting in shape, whatever things of that nature. But like, what do you have any resolutions for 2024, like personal or fishing related?
Fishing related, I am fishing a trail that I didn't fish last year, and I'm gonna go for a little AOI action and see what I can do, and just try to.
Okay.
The goal is to stay consistent. Not a a little wish is to maybe get a new kayak in the future, get a
Okay.
little different Old Town in the
Little
fleet.
upgrade.
But no, I would just say, fish hard, stay consistent, have fun, enjoy the moment. A lot of times you guys, we travel as tournament guys, and we're so focused in the tournament that you don't just like sit
Yeah.
back and enjoy the moment.
Yep.
So, what's yours, Frankie? What do you got?
Um, I don't know. So like personal is just get more organized, right? That's one thing. Probably get more organized. I'm messy. I'm just a messy person. I got so much going on. I got to organize things better. And then that's personal. As far as fishing related goes, I got to get back to fishing. I want to get back to fishing like the way I used to fish and used to do much better, like to my roots, like fishing a crankbait more, right? Throwing a spinner bait more, things like that, instead of like trying everything else, like trying to throw swim baits and this and that. And I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm like, wrong rod. So I'm getting back. I'm simplifying my fishing back to how I used to fish and not worrying about all the hottest stuff. Um, and then really focusing in on, using all my X zone lures and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'm going to do for next year. And of course, continue trying to grow Slay Nation. That's always the goal.
Yeah.
Um,
And we
but
don't
yeah,
say it enough. Every angler from Slay Nation, we appreciate everything you do. Slay Ray, I mean, he's local
oh
to me. I
yeah,
hang out with him. I take him goose hunting. But you guys are the two head guys of Slay Nation. You guys absolutely kill it, and we appreciate everything you guys do.
yeah, we're trying, man. We're trying. We got a great team, and I love working with all you guys and gals. So we'll see. We'll see what 2024 brings, man. What 2024 brings. But I'm really excited. There was something I was going to mention. I forgot what the hell I was going to say. I don't know if it was related to forward-facing sonar or resolutions. Um, oh my god, or maybe it was about one of our sponsors. I don't remember. But whatever. We're approaching the hour mark. Oh yeah, make sure anybody share this when we're done. Share the replay. That'd be great. Holler if you have any questions. And it's the off season, right? So at the end of the year, a lot of people have time off of work. So listen to some podcast, right? There's actually Fox is coming out. I don't know if you saw this, a brand new fishing series, and it's all about the history of bass fishing tournaments. And
Really?
yeah, I posted it. I shared the article maybe earlier in the week on the Slay Nation main group. Um, and I think like FS1 is doing it, right? Where
Mm.
Bassmasters streamed. And it's like talking about Ray Scott and how bass tournaments came to fruition, like really cool stuff from back in the day, the early days of fishing history. So I got to go back and check because I forgot where I saw the post from, what article or what magazine, but really cool. So I'm really excited to see when they launch that. I don't think it's launched yet. But I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. So for anybody out there, like if you really want to get into bass fishing and learn about like what we all love now, how it
Mm.
started, hopefully I'll share that article again, but it looks really cool. And what a great way to understand.
Yeah, I'll have to
Um,
check that out. That sounds cool.
yeah, that's going to be great. So I'm excited for that. That's really cool. Which leads us into our last topic, or not even last topic, but one I want to talk about is podcast, right? There's so many fishing podcasts out there that y'all probably don't even know about, right? Whether it's a big boat world, kayak world, we are in an industry right now where it is fun to just hear all these stories, man. That's all I'm going to say. You play a podcast on your ride home if you're sitting in traffic, cleaning a house, wrapping gifts, getting taco ready, whatever. Dude, it's awesome. So I'm going to list a few podcasts I think everybody should listen to. Obviously, definitely go check out like Low Budget Live with Luke Duncan. Bass Talk Live with Matt Pangrat, some of the best. Ike Live, which is still my all-time favorite, right? Bass After Dark has turned into my favorite Thursday night thing to do. That's Ken Duke, bass historian, and Brian the Carpenter. It's on. It's later at night. It's like 9 o'clock. It's a live podcast like this. They do it on their YouTube and Facebook and channels, and it is awesome. It's different, right? They bring on like professionals depending on the topic they're talking about. Last night's topic was, will we ever see, or it said, what happened to the world record bass? Like, how come we don't chase that anymore? What happened to these bass? How come they're not getting big anymore like they used to, right? That was a part of bass fishing, was the world record. Who's catching Dottie or Ethel or whatever?
And there was money on the line back in the day, right?
There was good bounties
Yeah.
on these bass, but you don't see them that big. So they talked about that last night with biologists and professionals in the industry about that, who are working at these hatcheries and trying to figure out scientific stuff. They talk about forward-facing sonar. They had Randy Blockett on with Ben Milliken. Woo! Yeah, talk about heat your meat. That one got spicy, which I loved. It was awesome. I texted BTC the next day. I said, dude, keep them coming, bro, because that was fun to watch. So it's really cool. That's I look forward to that one Thursday night when I'm doing computer work. I put it on in the background. The Catch podcast is another good one with Brad Hicks, and Dark Horse Tackle sponsors that as well. Go Bass Kayak and Beers, our buddy Armando. That's another one of my favorite ones. Him and Dan Perry over there, the Real Cast. What else? Do you have any other top? Oh, the Bill. You know what? I like watching the Bilge podcast. That's what Trait Zaldane and Chris Zaldane.
Yeah.
Listen, dude, like, I don't watch a lot of YouTube stuff, but I was watching something, it popped up, and I started watching all their episodes and the new ones. They had Rob Turkla on there from Guggen Squad.
Yeah.
Definitely give that one a listen. That dude is like smarter than I thought. Like, I liked his episode a lot. They had Gerald Swindle on there. They had James Watson recently. So if anybody's paying attention to the Bass Pro Tour MLF, James Watson is a squeaky wheel, and I like him a lot. He went on there talking about all the changes and this and that. And there's they bring up some really good topics. And Trait Zaldane, I know some people like her, some people don't. I think she's a great interviewer. She asks tough questions that some people don't ask.
Yeah.
So definitely give that. That's on YouTube. I don't think they're on Spotify. And I really enjoy listening to that one. One Cast is a good one. Those guys are from North Carolina. I really enjoy listening to them as well. And there's so many more. I'm probably for a Serious Angler. Bailey's. I love Serious Angler, and they have.
I was gonna say I listen to a lot driving to work. Serious Angler is like one of my top. Bass Talk Live, Bass and Brews. Shout out to those boys. That's right. More of a comedic one. That one's hilarious. That one gets crazy. And Mercer. If you guys don't know Mercer, the MC of Bassmaster, he has actually a really, really good podcast.
He does. He has a lot of followers. He's got a good podcast. So there's so many I listen to. I can't even remember. I should have wrote them down. I didn't.
If you guys are going on a long trip or you drive for work and you just want to get or hear about fishing or learn about fishing, I mean, BTL Day 4 with Frank Scalish, dude, that thing's underrated. Like, that show is so good.
It's so good.
Frank knows his stuff. So
I remember when when Mark Jeffries was, obviously running it, and Pengrat was the assistant host or the co-host, and Scalish would come on, and even they always had on what's his name? He just kind of retired from fishing the elites. Brett Hallman.
Brad
Hallman.
Yeah.
Dude, and when him and Frank Scalish would go on, just like, guys, there's so many people out in this industry you can learn so much from. Even watching YouTube channels like Todd Castledine, like, they just fill you in on stuff you wouldn't even know was going on in the industry and stuff like that. And, just so much out there. So don't just become like isolated in like whatever you fish. Like, really go out there and listen, because they talk about stuff that that's still relatable to what you do, or topics that you should probably just like kind of be in the know about. And that's why I like listening to all those different ones. They're just awesome. It's just so fun knowing that the fishing world is like, there's so many options no matter what, and you'll find your own that you really, even if you like I listen to Randy Blockett stuff. I like to see what he has to say. I think he's insightful, but it's just so fun that you have all these options in the fishing world. So during the winter months, right, and you're not outside as much, put these on. right? Listen to them. You'll learn something. I guarantee it. Whether it's business part of fishing, which has been that big one after Jacob Fouts's post and videos, like, where are the sponsors? It's like, well, you got to work for them. What do you want to say? Like that was a no-brainer. It's like, oh, well, I could catch fish. All right, no shit. What does that mean? They're going to pay you because you can catch a fish?
I mean,
No,
if you're
dude.
on the elites, obviously you can catch fish, but
Exactly. Like, but can you sell product? That's what, you know what I mean? Can you bring
and
sales in?
yeah,
Like, that's
ever
it.
since YouTube and social media came around, I mean,
Yeah.
you got to compete with the YouTubers.
I mean, I understand what he's saying. I get it. But at the same time, like, dude, everybody was like, what is this guy talking about right
And I'm really excited to see all the new anglers, the 9 coming up to the elite.
Oh, that's right. The Elite Series is going to have it's a nice little disruption. They got some young blood coming in. Ben Milliken in the
Yeah,
Elites. That's going to be fun, right? We got Ike back, who's always our fan favorite, but there's just so much going on in that pro scene, right? The big boat scene. Well, I'm excited, man. I cannot wait for the Bassmaster Classic. Oh, speaking of that, Expo season is coming up for the
mm,
fishing industry. So if anybody's going to any expos, tag us. Right, wear your Slay Nation jersey. That's a great time to rep, and that goes a long way. Or Slay Nation in Connecticut, we have been asked to host a kids fishing zone corner at the Mohegan Sun Hunting and Fishing Show. So I'm
nice.
gonna have this big corner, and we're doing this big fun fishing related thing to get families and kids in. They'll have toddler section, possibly a trout pond. We'll see. Okay, we're gonna do a flipping and pitching station for teenagers. Some slayers will be there to teach these kids how to do all this stuff. Speed reeling competition. We'll have 2 kids on platforms with a bait caster. Put the jigs out about, who knows, I don't know, 30 feet. Ready, set, go. And they're gonna reel it in past the line. I practiced this with my students. They loved it. I played music in the
Really?
background. I was on a
That's Nick. I
microphone.
never would have thought of that. That's a
All
smart
right, dude,
idea.
come on, baby.
You gotta
We're
get
gonna
you gotta get the colored braid or something where it changes colors every couple feet.
Oh, we could do that. I could do that. So I brought in 2 bait casters to school like 2 weeks ago, and last week, kids were trying it, and I didn't realize that the gear ratios were off on each bait caster. Like
Oh,
one kid got faster.
so the one
So
reel kept
yeah,
winning.
one kid's like, how come Shane is kicked my butt? And I was like, I don't know, you got to reel faster, dog. And then I was like, give me that for a second. Cause I just grabbed whatever I had and put
Yeah.
jigs on it. And I'm like, oh, that's why. one was like a 5-1 and one was like a 7-1.
Oh yeah, that'll do
And
it.
yeah, the guy got smoked. So and I went up against a student. I took the slow one. He took the fast one. I was like, I could beat him, no doubt. I can reel faster. And he kicked my butt. And he went around school. Oh, I beat Frank in a speed reeling competition. I go, you tell him you have the faster rod, dude, reel. But they got a
That's
kick out of
funny.
it. We're gonna put a board up and keep kids' times so they can see like who's the fastest. And we got
You gotta get some like
well,
cheaper reels for that.
yeah, I am. I'm gonna go to Walmart and get something
Yeah,
because they were reeling so fast I could hear the gears just
yeah.
grinding, and I'm like, they're gonna break something. And I have my stick rods too, so I was like, don't bang it on the floor and crack the tips. Um, so we're doing that. We're also doing like people like banners, kids and families take pictures in front of banners. I'm making like these wooden picture things that have the holes. So like you
Mhm.
stick your head in the hole and it'd be like a picture of a fish or something.
Nice.
I got a fish costume. I'm gonna be walking around as Frankie the fish, right? To engage with kids and
Frankie the
families.
Flathead. You gotta get a
Frankie
flathead
the
costume.
Flathead. I gotta see. There wasn't much options on Amazon. There was like one adult one that I actually
You're
liked.
telling me there's not a lot of fish costumes for adults?
No,
I'm
I would go
shocked.
figure, right? There was one, and it's green, and it's not a bass, but it looks closest to a bass. But it's got like a full body suit, basically, like I think of pajamas with the fins, and it has a cutout, so my face would be the only thing showing. Um, and we're gonna get like stuffed fish from like Bass Pro, like
Yeah,
pillows.
yeah,
People take pictures with. Just a really fun thing to do it. We are working with the Ike Foundation with that. They're talked with Kate Flood, and they're donating 40 tackle boxes. And
nice.
so kids that complete our little passport thing there, they have to visit booths, get it signed by whoever's working the booth. There'll be 6 specific booths there, which Heat Your Meat will be there again. Hooks at Hoodlums, I
Nice.
think, might be there again. We're hosting a whole corner, so we won't have like a booth. Um, I think Slay Ray might be coming up one day for that. Um,
You'll have to text me those dates, see
yeah,
if I
it's
pick them
March
up.
22nd, 20. It's basic. It's the Bassmaster Classic weekend. It's always like the same weekend as a Bassmaster Classic. I was
Mhm.
streaming it last year, so it's that weekend. It's 3 days at Mohegan Sun, which is awesome, and so we'll be doing that. So I'm really excited. It's a lot of work that we got to do, and not pressure, but I want to knock it out of the park
Mhm.
for the Expo peeps, and so whatever. We'll. Made lure taking Ed away from me again, dude. Merry Christmas, Slayers. Mad lure. Oh, nice. Ed, what's up? That's Ed Munoz. Ed, so I don't know if you were on earlier. I talked about the AOI plaques. We're waiting to get the color we want for the plaque. Not cherry wood. I'm trying to get black. So stay tuned for that. I gotta still make them all for everybody. So we'll get you, brother. That'd be a nice New Year's gift. So I'm excited for that for Expo year. I think that's it. That's the only Expo I know that I'm doing. Some of our Slayers, obviously, they'll be going to um, Expos, rocking their jerseys. So rock your
Mhm.
jersey, y'all.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I'm going to the Great American Outdoor Show in Harrisburg. If you guys know, it's like the biggest in the country. It's 9 days long. They put
nice.
over like 250,000 people through it, and I might be walking around for Z Pro doing a little promotion. I'll have my sleigh hat on, and
Oh yeah, kid. Let's
yeah,
go.
that one's huge. If you guys are in the area, you know about it, and it's hunting, fishing, gun manufacturers, guides. It's literally insanity.
Oh,
Fish or Die's been there.
nice.
So it's a
Yeah,
really,
I
really cool
love
expo.
fishing expos. My favorite one, which I don't do up by me anymore, used to be in New York. It was the World Fishing Expo. It was at Rockland Community College. Bass University used to rent out the dorms and do Bass University classes. Ike was a guest speaker there at the tank. Brandon Polinick, Gerald Swindle. One year, Brandon Polinick was there. I couldn't even get to him. The line was so long. I'm like, I'm not waiting. But that was a great one. And they don't do it there no more. The show owner, we actually got asked because I met him at Mohegan last year, gave me his card. They're doing it in Chicago and in Long Island, I think. But it's the same weekend as the Mohegan
Mhm.
Sun one. So won't make it to that one. I wish I could. I love the expos because it's everybody who loves exactly what you love.
Yeah.
And it's freaking awesome. Frank, I'll be down to help out at the nice. Yeah, so we got some really kind words here. Merry Christmas to the Slayers. Merry Christmas, Frankie and Jake, all of Slay Nation. Great job with all of this and looking forward to 2024. Listen, we appreciate you all. I got a really cool Christmas graphic I'll share this weekend that I put together. I think you'll really like it. Just make sure you look at the silhouettes going across the moon at night. I think you'll get a kick out of it. I made it like 2 months ago, and we just want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Festivus, Hanukkah, whatever the frig you celebrate. We wish you the best. Happy New Year. Holler if you need anything. Join us. Jake, anything you'd like to add?
Just happy holidays to all the Slayers. I hope you get presents, lots of fish and stuff, whatever you wanted, and safe travels. Happy holidays, and looking forward to slaying in 2024.
Hell yeah. All right, brother. Well, listen, if I don't talk to you, have a great holiday, man. Tell your dad the
Yeah, you
same, your
too.
parents, and the wifey, dude.
Will do. All
Or
right, man. Thank
yeah,
you. See you
are you guys
guys.
married or engaged? I don't remember.
Engaged.
That's what I
Engaged.
thought. Why did I
Yeah.
think you were married? I think I was thinking of someone else. All right.
All
Whatever.
right.
The future wifey. All
Yeah.
right.
All right. See
All
ya.
right, later, buddy. All right, y'all. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Again, well, the replay will be shared. And I hope everybody stays safe, right? Appreciate everything you do. 2023 is a wrap. Woo! And now we're really looking forward to 2024. If you're interested in becoming a director, starting a new series, holler at us. Remember, we are doing something or trying, excuse me, I got the hiccups, trying to do something different in the tournament scheme, right? We want to do crappie fishing tournaments. We want to do striper fishing tournaments. We want to do redfish tournaments. We want to do trout tournaments. So holler at us if you got an idea. We'll see if we can make it to fruition. All right. As always, peace, love, and together we slay. Take care, y'all.